Welcome to Third Wave Business Systems Advanced Productivity Pack How to Utilize Buttons for Advanced Scenarios demonstration. My name is Dennis Tucker. I'm the Development Manager at Third Wave. And in the previous basic button video, we showed you how to use buttons to launch and populate forms created in the SAP Business One user interface, like the service call window, and then open an associated activity. We showed you how to launch an email editor or other external program like Notepad or Skype with a single click of a button. Today we're going to take that to the next level. Have you ever thought to yourself how much easier the application would be to use if you had just designed it yourself? Well, using Third Wave's Advanced Productivity Pack Customizer tools allows you to do just that, and we're going to show you how. The first area that we're going to be looking at in our demonstration is manipulating the performance of a button based upon custom-defined logic on the click execution. We're going to be working on the Business Partner Master Data form here in SAP Business One, and as you can see, we've added two custom buttons here at the right of our form. One that has the caption Create Order, the other has the caption Create Invoice. I currently have customer C23900 loaded to the BP Master Data screen. If I click on the Create Order button, the AR Sales Order screen will load and the business partner code has been put into the customer field. If I return to the BP Master Data screen and click on the Create Invoice button, the application will load the AR invoice screen and the BP code will be put into the customer field on this screen as well. Now let's go back to the BP Master Data screen and see what happens if we do the same button clicks for a vendor rather than a customer. Clicking on the Create Order button for a vendor on the Business Partner Master Data screen will load the Purchase Order screen instead of the AR Sales Order. The BP code for the vendor will be placed into the vendor field on the purchase order screen. And clicking on the Create Invoice button for a vendor on the Business Partner Master Data screen will load the AP Invoice window with the vendor's BP code placed into the vendor field on the screen. So now that you've seen the end result of how we can manipulate the execution of the click of a button, let's take a look behind the scenes at how to set it up. We'll right-click on our Create Order button, go to the APP Customizer right-click menu and click Control Properties. When the Item Properties and Events form for our button comes up, we can click on the Events tab, and we have a Create Order event set up in the Item Pressed event for our button. We'll click on the Edit button to load the Event Handler screen, and you can notice that we have set our before action to be equal to false, meaning we will not prevent the actions of the button, and action success is true, so our events will only take place if the click of the button is successful in SAP. We've also set up this button to work in OK mode, Update mode, Add mode, and View mode, and not to function in Find, Print, or Edit modes. We've set up a Check BP Type procedure to be executed on the click of the button. If we click on the button next to the line, we can bring up the Procedure Handler and the Macro Editor to see the details of the macro that gets executed in the procedure. The first thing that it does is it checks the value of the variable on the Business Partner Master Data screen for the card type. If you look on the SAP status bar, you can see that the unique ID for the card type field is the value 40. That's the field on the first line of the macro editor that we're pulling into the variable 1. The next lines of the macro editor are condition execution statements checking the value of that variable and taking appropriate action. If the value is L, a lead will be going to line 5. Otherwise, we're going to go on to line 3, the next condition execution statement. In the next conditional execution statement, we're evaluating if the card type is a C for customer. If it is, we're going to go to line 7 of the macro editor. Otherwise, we'll move to the third and last conditional execution statement on line 4. The last conditional execution statement looks to see if the value of the card type is an S, which indicates that it's a vendor. If it is a vendor record, then we're going to move to line 13 of the macro editor. Otherwise, we're simply going to exit the macro editor altogether. Now let's take a look at the action sections for each card type in the macro editor. If our business partner is a lead, we're going to put a message box on the screen alerting the user that orders cannot be created for a lead. This is an OK only button message box, and once the user has acknowledged that message box, we will then exit the macro with the command on line 6. If the business partner is a customer, we're going to execute a menu click which will load the appropriate AR sales order screen. We're then going to take the value of the business partner code from the business partner master data screen. The unique ID for that field is a 5. We'll place the value of the BP code into variable number 3, and we'll then use variable number 3 to set the value of the customer field with a unique ID of 4 on the AR sales order screen. Then we'll place a letter B into the date field on the AR sales order screen and send a tab command to tab out of the field. Then we'll exit the macro with the command on line 12. If the business partner is card type vendor, we'll take similar steps as we did with the customer, except the target of our menu click and our data population will be the purchase order screen instead of the AR sales order screen. We'll take the steps to copy the business partner code to the field, set a B in the date, and tab off. Since this is the last line of our macro, we do not need a macro command to exit the macro because we've reached the end. It's as easy as that to create custom functionality at the click of a button to meet your needs in SAP Business One. The process of setting up the Create Invoice button on the BP Master Data screen would be almost identical to the Create Order. The only things that you would need to change are to get the form ID of the AR Invoice and AP Invoice fields and to verify the unique ID values for the vendor field and the date field on the respective forms. Previously, we've looked at how to launch external programs from the macro editor in a button click, programs like Notepad or Skype. Now what we're going to look at is passing parameters to those programs and executing them. We'll right-click on the Call via Skype button, select the APP Customizer menu, and control Properties. Click on the Events tab, and click on the Edit button for the event on the click event. We're going to enter an event description here, Skype contact call, and click the Apply button to apply the new description. And then we'll click on the button to the right of the procedure Call Contact via Skype. If we load the macro editor, we'll see there's only one line, and it's for opening an external program. If we click in the Value column box, we'll be able to see that we are passing a value for the network location of the Skype executable, as well as a call to parameter, which we've specified here in dynamic syntax to take the value of the telephone 1 field from the business partner master data screen. Please note that if you are not logged into your Skype account at the time you click the button, the APP Customizer external program execution will simply bring up the Skype login screen. Once you log into your account and click the button, then the phone call will proceed via Skype. The other thing to keep in mind is that the field that you're selecting needs to be in a format that the application you're passing it to can handle. I've altered the telephone number here to designate 1-area code-telephone number. When I click on the Call via Skype button, the screen that comes up is simply coming up because I have not configured the Skype account that I'm using to make telephone calls. The last example that we're going to look at today is how to execute a query from a button click. We're going to right-click on the Back Orders button, click the APP Customizer menu option, and control Properties. If I click on the Events tab, we have a Launch BO query. I'll click the button next to that to load the Event Handler screen, and then load the Procedure Handler for Launch BO query. On the Queries tab of the Procedure Handler screen, there's an Execute Query drop-down that allows you to select any query, SAP or user-defined, registered in SAP Business One. The execution of this query would be as if you executed it from the menu in SAP. So if there are parameters required to execute the query, the user will be prompted for them. If I return to the Business Partner Master Data screen and click on my Backorders button, I'll execute the Business Partner Backorders APP query. There's no data found for my particular business partner, but it executes as if you had used the regular standard SAP query menu options. ThirdWave's Advanced Productivity Pack Customizer Buttons provides you with a powerful, flexible, easy-to-use tool to assist you in designing your SAP Business One environment the way you want it. Your imagination is your only limitation in the ways that APP and ThirdWave can help you manage your business better. For more information on ThirdWave's Advanced Productivity Pack or any of the other applications that ThirdWave offers, please visit our website at www.twbs.com. You can click the Contact Us link in the upper right corner of the page. Existing ThirdWave partners and customers can obtain more information through the support portal by clicking the Customer Support link in the upper right corner of the page. Thank you for your time and attention.